And this remote service is also addressed by the IMO. They have rather clear guidelines for that, for the examination of the hull structure, machinery components, and other systems. So we are here mainly, well, I'm mainly interested in the hull structure, so that's why this is in bold letters. And the important part is, as mentioned, that there's no physical attendance of a surveyor on board. And what is required is a trained and competent crew member or qualified technicians that is specified elsewhere. I could not find all the specifications, what makes a crew member or a technician qualified or competent. But yeah, that's a different question. And then, of course, the two-way audio and video communication. The next slide, I will just browse through very briefly, because those are the requirements for the reporting according to the IMO. I highlighted the most important things here with bold letters, type and age of the ship, justification for the use of the remote methods, items that could be verified remotely for compliance with applicable requirements, consultation with the flag administration. I actually took a look at some of the guidelines or rules of some of the flag states, and all that I reviewed, just randomly, 5, they all included or were fine with remote surveys. So this becomes more and more a state of the art. And yeah, point 7 is then about training of personnel involved in physical survey activities, provision of information, and the reporting requirements and the transparency of information. So we will not talk too much about it, but just for your knowledge, the IMO is also addressing that. So when it comes to limitations of remote inspections, as mentioned before, remote inspections might not be able to replace inspections in person completely. And one reason is that the connectivity, so this two-way video and audio signal, must be guaranteed at all times. And for all of you that have ever been in a void structure, on a merchant vessel, for instance, you know that there is basically no stable internet connection, if there is any at all. And that would already exclude those areas for these inspections. And then secondly, also, not all areas are accessible. I mean, initially I also mentioned that we would like to make use of the fact that we can do some of the inspections at sea, because we don't need harbor time for that. But then at the same time, tanks might be in use. And also, if you want to do a survey on certain voids, they are all closed watertight. So, and these voids may only be opened in calm waters or in harbors. So you would not be allowed to open them at sea. And at the same time, the ventilation of these voids would also take something between 8 and 12 hours, which is also a significant limitation, which makes it then impossible to conduct those. Remote surveys are also not accepted for SOLAS safety certificates, just as for information, and also these ISM International Safety Management Code shipboard audits can also not be fully replaced by remote audits or inspections.